Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again with me, Nabilah Reghina Adhani Adius, with student ID number A1M220054. On this occasion, I will talking about requests or making requests. Before I start, let me tell you about what is making requests. Let me start now. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, request means we ask someone for something or we ask someone to do something. To ask for something, we can use polite ways such as can, could, would, you mind if, and may. Meanwhile, to ask someone to do something, we can use could you, would you mind plus verb ing, do you think you could, and usually use please to be more polite. If the situation informal, we can use will you or can you. To make it easier to understand, making requests can be defined as asking someone to do something for you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are several sentences patterns that can be used in making requests expression in English. The most common making request sentence patterns are can or could plus pronoun plus verb. The sentence pattern is a formal sentence pattern, so it is usually used when having a dialogue with older people or work superiors. Meanwhile, if you want to speak with a more formal sentence pattern, when making a request, either a request for help or receiving something, you can use the sentence pattern may or might plus pronoun plus verb. The sentence pattern is usually said in formal even, so usually rarely used in everyday life. You can also use other sentence patterns to make a making request expression. Another sentence pattern that can be used is will or would plus pronoun plus verb. Ladies and gentlemen, in here I will give you more example about making requests or several tips when you want to say a making request to someone. In making requests, we can use will or would or can or could. You please blah blah blah. Do you mind blah blah blah? Do you think you could blah blah blah? Do you think it will be possible to blah blah blah? Would it be possible for you to blah blah blah? Would there be any possibility of blah blah blah? Would you be kind enough to blah blah blah? Would you mind blah blah blah? Can or could you blah 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 for me please? Could you possibly blah blah blah? I would be appreciate it if you could blah blah blah. Can or could I ask you to blah blah blah? You could not blah blah blah, could you? And etc. Can you give me the book? Could you please take off your raincoat? Could you please take me to the dentist? Would you mind opening the window for me please? Would you be kind enough to repair my computer? Do you think you could take me to the supermarket? Could I ask you to take me home? Can you tell me what happened? Would you come to my birthday party? Would it be possible for you to come here at 8 a.m.? And etc. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are given a request from someone there are several things you can do. For example, accept or reject it. So, how do you do? Yes, of course, using the word. I will mention, for example, accepting requests. For example, sure, I will be glad to. I would happy to. Sure, just a moment. No problem, of course, certainly, alright. And then in refusing requests, you can say, I'm sorry I can't. I'm sorry but I would love to, but sorry to say that. It sounds great but and etc. Gentlemen, I think that's all from me for all my presentation and making requests. I'm apologize for all my mistakes in pronunciation or maybe in material on this occasion. So I think that's all from me. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.